Welcome back to the Money Line Grind. It is February 1st, 2024. I'm your boy Dame, aka Mr. Free Money. We hit our sweeps goal. We got 3 sweeps. The ideal is, 4. We get 1 per week, but 1 sweep every 10 days isn't bad at all. I think most people would take that. Last night we went 2-0. We had 3 picks, but went 2-0. One was voided as Jordan Poole did not play. He had an illness, so we won the other 2 bets, which were team props. And January has been up and down. If we want to take a look at some of our stats in January, historically, last year, January, I did actually worse than I did this year. But overall in January, we're down about 5 units. And this is really just due to a couple of bad streaks, mostly in the NFL. I was on fire in the NFL all season until January came along. But if you look at our NBA bets, we're up a couple of units. This month we had 3 perfect sweeps, which is our goal, the minimum of our goal. We really want 4, if not more. So we got to sweep every 10 days, which is not bad. But if you take a look at January, we went 4-0 on the 8th. Then we had some turbulence for a couple of weeks. So we finished the month strong. We had a 3-0 night on the 29th, 2-0 last night. We had 8 perfect days when you look at just NBA bets alone. So without football fucking things up and getting in the way, we had eight sweeps in total, which would have been crazy. I think as we get into March, we see a lot of sweeps. I wouldn't be surprised we have 5 or 6 sweeps coming in March. I don't say February because there's going to be about 2 weeks where there's a NBA All-Star break, so that'll take away some of the possibilities. But anyway, now we're in February. Let's go over our picks from January 31st, where we went 2-0. We had the Nuggets under 113.5 against OKC. Great read. They only score 100 points. I did my research. I realized that the Thunder are pretty good at home. They had the extra day of rest in between going back-to-back with travel, their last game at home. And then looking at the Nuggets, they just stink on the road. And it's kind of crazy to see the reigning champions in this era only score 100 points. But this is just a product of great research. Nuggets stink on the road. And that really signaled this play for me. The Wizards under 112.5. Wiz actually scored 60 points in the first half. Had my heart a little beating fast there. But then reality kicked in. They scored 19 in the third quarter, finished with 109. I did mention in yesterday's video about possibly sprinkling a little bit under 110. If you did that, you got at least, I think, a plus 140, plus 150 bet. Jordan Poole did not play. He was sick, as I mentioned earlier. It was late scratch. But let's talk about today's bets. Let's get on the right foot in February because, like I said, we have limited plays with about 2 weeks missing because of the NBA All-Star break. And tonight, my best bet, I'm going to start off first. I'm fading the Sixers tonight. I'm taking the under 116.5 at Utah. Now, I put this line out earlier in the day before they ruled Maxey out. So now the value on this is probably much lower. I got it at plus 100 on DraftKings. No Embiid tonight. Maxey is actually out. When I wrote this, he was questionable. And I took this bet assuming he was going to play. But overall, the Sixers are in a tough spot in their schedule. Tonight will be their 5th road game in a row, 7th road game in their last 8. In this stretch, they've played in some tough teams and some tough environments. They played high-paced Indiana Pacers. Then they had to deal with the altitude over in Denver. Then they had to go into some hostile environments in Portland and Golden State. Top all that with the emotional toll that's there in the locker room with not knowing Embiid's future. I think there's just too much really on their minds and on their legs. This season, the Sixers are number 1 in free throw attempts, free throws made, and free throw percentage. This is largely due by the fact that Embiid is the number 1. He leads the league in free throw attempts. So he gets about 12 a game. We're losing that. We're losing those 12. And aside from the freebies at the line, because he shoots a great percentage, aside from the 30 points that he also gives you, 32, 33 points, it's fair to note that without his drawing of fouls, it's less likely that the opposing team will be in the bonus as early and less likely for them to get all these freebies. So that's one way to look at this. This is going to hit. If you took this, if you've been following the Twitter or the Discord, you are in the money. You have nothing to worry about. I know this is my first win in February. Guaranteed, a Charles Barkley voice, guaranteed Sixers under 116.5 tonight, and this is a plus 100 bet. But also on the season, fair to note, the Sixers average about 119 points per game. We just need them to go 3 points under that. Just 3 points. Over their last 5 games, the Sixers last in the league in 3 points made and 3-point percentage. Considering they don't have their best scorer, considering they're not going to get to the line as often and force the other team into the bonus, they haven't been shooting the 3-ball well. They've been on the road a lot. There is no way that they score the one. And I'm saying this knowing that anything can happen in sports, but man, I wish I put more money on this because now the line is just ballooned, and there's just too many variables working against the Sixers. Second pick. Now this one's a tough one because I also like Jared Allen's rebounds today. But and then with Garland playing, I made this bet when Garland. I wasn't too sure about Garland playing. This might take away my assist opportunities here. So don't feel married to this pick. This might be my only loser today. I hope I go 3-0. But I'm taking Donovan Mitchell over 12.5 rebounds plus assists, another plus 100 bet on DraftKings. Like I said, no Mobley. Garland is playing. Mitchell has reached 13 rebounds plus assists 6 games in a row and 12 rebounds and assists, 8 in his last 10. So we're in the vicinity often. Cavs are 7th in the NBA in rebounding while on the road. Overall this season, the Grizz have the worst field goal percentage, and the teams who play Cleveland end up shooting like bottom 4 field goal percentage in the league. So there will be plenty of rebounds available. Garland is playing, so my idea was if he wasn't playing, this would cash in the first half. But regardless, I like this line. I do still like the usage for Spider. Our third, final pick, OG Anunoby. I still haven't got, I could say Antetokounmpo. Well, Anunoby I'm still working on. But anyway, over 6.5 rebounds plus assists versus, they're playing in New York, but they're playing the Pacers. No Randall tonight for the Knicks. Pacers known for their super fast pace and kind of lack of defense. So we should see tons of shots up tonight. OG probably playing extended minutes considering he did not play his last game. He was a late scratch with some type of elbow aggravation. So we're not going to worry about the shooting if it's an elbow. I don't know which elbow, but I don't care. We just grab the rebounds, get your assists. And we've seen him get, I think, maybe 7 and 10 assists in the 2 games he's played without Randall. But OG averaging 7.5 rebounds plus assists in his last 4 games versus the Pacers. Those were all as member of the Toronto Raptors with a very much smaller role. He's empowered now. They'll allow him to dribble the ball a little bit. He can facilitate a little bit. He'll rebound. Hartenstein, hopefully he's not greedy tonight. He lets OG get some of these boards. The Knicks also have the best defense in January. They're holding opponents to about 100 points, which is just insane in this era. But I don't think that's very sustainable. Regardless, 100 points meaning they're stopping guys. They're forcing tough shots, and so there will be a lot of boards up in the air, in my opinion. When you stop teams, you can get out to fast breaks quicker, and you can get easier assists in transition. OG has snatched at least 5 rebounds in 6 of his last 9, so we're hoping the extra pace leads to a couple more rebound opportunities at least. That would lead us to need maybe 2 assists. I think he can get that done. DiVincenzo's shooting lights out. Hart can hit the open 3, and they have a couple of other guys. I think Grimes is out. But McBride can play a little bit. He can slash if you're getting the ball at the right spots. Plenty of shots. Knicks defense clicking. There's just a lot of opportunity here, and that's why I like this pick. Now, one of my original picks was the Lakers over 114.5. We're going to scratch that, obviously. But, man, that was going to look like a great pick. I really thought I had 3-0. I also like Jared Allen around 12 rebounds tonight. You can't go wrong. Grizz don't rebound the ball well. They don't shoot the ball well. Tons of misses. So Jared Allen, like 13 rebounds, is plus 100. If you want to pair that with, if you would have caught this earlier when I shared this, you could have paired that with the over and the Knicks Pacers game, which is a risky part of the leg. And I also took, who was the other one? Oh, the under on the Sixers. I altered the under a little bit lower. But anyway, those are the 3 picks I got for you tonight. Very small slate. The Mitchell pick, I'm a little nervous about, but worst case scenario, we go 2-1. I'm back here gloating. That'll be our 6th profitable day in a row. But anyway, guys, best of luck trying to get this out before tip-off. It's a little bit after 6 p.m., so hopefully you see this in time if you're not part of our Twitter or Discord or Instagram and you exclusively on, YouTube or some random, Facebook group that I post this in. Anyway, best of luck.